Hello and welcome to another Pauper video. I'm Kalikais and today we're playing Ruby Storm again. We're looking to combo off, go to Combo Town, have a sick time. And if you haven't seen this deck before, it is relying on having things like a Narcomancer, which is a Ruby effect. Each red and green spell costs 1 less to cast. And Thornscape Familiar, which also cost reduces your red spells, but also white spells. Comes up when you want to play Apostle's Blessing in the sideboard, but I've decided not to do that in this specific list. And if you want to get the sideboard guide for this list, this is going to be out on Patreon at the same time as this video posting, so go check that out, patreon.com/kalikais. The main engine of this deck is Burning Prophet. So once you have your Narcomancer or Thornscape Familiar in play, you're going to cast your Reckless Impulse for 1 mana, your Glimpsy Impossible for 2 mana, or 1 mana if you have 2 cost reducers in play. And we're going to filter all of our lands with the Scries, look for just gas, and then kill our opponent with Gutter Snipe. Or we could also have huge Burning Prophets and attack with haste using Bitter Reunion and crash through. So Bitter Reunion is the engine, and then our win condition, is Gutter Snipe or the attacks. So we can go pretty much either way. So one of the things that I've done in the past with this deck was to go up on card draw effects and down on win conditions. But I just decided, okay, we're going to be trying to race as fast as possible. Also gives us a little bit of things to cut. And then over here in the rituals, we have 4 Seething Songs because that's really insanely good when you have 2 reducers in play and then 2 Desperate Ritual. I'm on 16 lands as opposed to 14, which I was playing originally. Manamorphose is also a ritual once you have a cost reducer in play, and then Lotus Petal for fast mana as well. That covers the main deck. The sideboard is really tough because it's hard to say how to sideboard with this deck. We know we want 4 Weather the Storms for the burn deck. We know we want a bunch of Pyroblast and Red Blast for the terror deck. Flaring Pain as a 1-of is pretty fine because we can see our whole deck with Burning Prophet once we start comboing. And then I decided to go for Kessig Flame Breather as a 4-of in the sideboard. This allows us to transition into just like a value burn style deck. We're going to just keep drawing cards, pinging our opponent, and hopefully just force through. So I decided to go for this instead of more of the Apostle's Blessing effects because I think that it's going to be a little bit better and just kind of like force our opponent to do stuff rather than try to play a reactive game. If you like this kind of content, make sure to like and subscribe. Let me know what you thought about the deck in the details. Maybe we'll go to combo time. Check out cardmarket.com, the largest seller of Magic the Gathering cards in Europe. All right, let's go ahead and get into the matches. We're here in round 1 on the draw versus Domorigator. Don't know what that means. We do have 2 cost reducers on turn 2, but the rest of the hand doesn't really do anything. I think it's fine to keep this on the draw, and then we'll hope to draw some card draw spells. Opponent's on Snow-Covered Forest, so likely a land destruction or red-green ramp style strategy, which hopefully we'll be good at, but we do need to draw into card draw. Let's just play the Woodlot and pass the turn. So the next turn we can dump a Narcomancer, and then that cost reduces the Thornscape Familiar, making this just cost 1 mana, so we can play Lotus Petal for red, both of these creatures in play, Geothermal Crevice, and we'll be set up for the next turn. A little bit too much mana in hand, but sometimes you gotta see how that goes. They play a Wild Growth on the other Snow-Covered Forest, using the Snow-Covered Forest to tap for it. It's just kind of an odd thing to be doing. Okay, so we find the Burning Prophet. I guess probably still want to just go for a Narcomancer here. Play a Narcomancer into Thornscape Familiar. Pass the turn. Next turn we have Burning Prophet, and we can use Lotus Petal twice to set up Scries and try to find a draw spell. They have 5 mana, so they could Avenging Hunter here. If they Avenging Hunter, we can attack into it and lose one of our creatures, but get a land. And then after that, we can go Lotus Petal Scrying. They're going Acid Moss. Opponent is playing fun cards. Let's see. Okay, Lotus Petal. Play the Burning Prophet. If we Lotus Petal into a Manamorphose, then I think it's fine to Glimpse here. Petal. Find a Seething Song. So I need to keep that on top and pass the turn. Attack for 2. Okay, or 4. Our opponent goes to 16. So now they have 6 mana on the table, potentially 7 next turn for an Altasaur or something. As long as they don't have a removal spell, I think we're in really good shape. We'll start with 5 mana into Glimpse. Even if they Acid Moss my Hickory Woodlot, I'll be fine. If they had not killed my land, I could have had maybe a turn 3 here. Maybe not. Because I would have had to draw this Seething Song, so it probably wouldn't have actually been that great. You don't really want to just blind draw off of your glimpses and stuff. Here they're playing the boarding party, and they cascade into something. Looks like it's gonna be an Acid Moss. So we can just sacrifice the Woodlot to fizzle the Acid Moss, so no land for them. At least that's useful. Then they won't have 7 mana. Do you want to attack? I dare you. If they attack, then they're gonna die. Do it. Okay. Alright, baby, it's combo time. Let's go. What are you gonna play for 1 mana? I guess they could have an Arbor Elf. Alright, they felt like they weren't gonna die. They just went for the 6 damage. We're gonna bottom this Seething Song. We already have the mana. Let's play the Feldon's Cane, just to see if we can set up the Glimpse a little bit better. Ren's Resolve on top is good. And Glimpse. So we're gonna draw the Ren's Resolve that we saw before. We only have 3 mana. Okay, we find another mana. Let's Ren's Resolve. We're looking for card draw again. We find a Gutter Snipe. I think I bottom this here. Another Ren's Resolve. Cast it. Still looking for like a Manamorphose. Bottom. Guess they're not dead here. We find Seething Song, Thornscape Familiar. So let's play... This is until the end of next turn. Let's play the Crevice. Cast the Seething Song for a Scry. Bottom. And then we will, I believe, get... Okay, so we're going to lose the Mountain. Maybe that was a bad idea. Oh well, let's attack for 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Bam. They're not dead. Darn. Fizzled. We do get an Eldrazi spawn, which can block the boarding party if we need. They're currently at 5. Alright, they're going to play Malevolent Rumble. And they reveal Forest, Oliphant, Chrysalis, Avenging Hunter. That makes it so that they have pretty good blocks if they take the Chrysalis. What are they going to choose? Avenging Hunter puts a lot of pressure on me, but Chrysalis, they can cast and then have blocks. They choose the Avenging Hunter. Okay. Casts another boarding party. That's a little surprising. Into a Nyxborn Hydra. So that's a, I guess, 0/1 that can block. Plays a Nyxborn Hydra for 0. Do you want to attack for 12? I can block one of them. And then threaten lethal. They have to block with the Hydra. Play the other familiar. And block this and not die. They get in for 6, or they're attacking for 12. They just only, all gas, no brakes. Attack every time. Manamorphose would be the perfect top deck here. We suddenly have not seen any yet so far. Find a Lotus Petal, which is actually pretty solid. So let's play the Lotus Petal. Reckless Impulse on top. So we now have 6 damage. Play the Needle. Play the Thornscape Familiar. For 1 mana. And I will attack you. If they have another boarding party, we die. They're going to go to 1 here. Sort of tight. I kind of fizzled previously. If we get to untap, we do have a bunch of mana. It seems risky for them to just slam in again. They could have a Hydra in hand, which would make the boarding party tall enough to kill me. Cast a Malevolent Rumble. 1, 2, 3, 4. They did not find a Hydra. They found Forest, Chrysalis, Arbor Elf, Utopia Sprawl. They currently have 5 men in play. It'll be 6 with the Eldrazi token. So maybe they were just digging for another boarding party. And they chose the Chrysalis. Okay. Puts a Utopia Sprawl on their land, plays a Chrysalis, 1 card in hand now. I don't know what it is. Or it's the Avenging Hunter, never mind. So they have Avenging Hunter in hand, which means we can block here and live, and then try to win. Maybe it makes sense to crack the Cane and go for Scry. We've used 1, 2, 3. I don't know if that makes the most sense. We definitely need to draw the Reckless Impulse and then have some good draws from there. Okay, let's do it. Combo time. Boom. Reckless Impulse. If we find... What's its face? Crash Through would be good. Still looking for a Manamorphose, to be honest. Bottom the mountain. Are we just gonna fizzle? Nope, not today. Gutter Snipe into Manamorphose. You are dead. We'd have to make sure the Gutter Snipe resolves first. And then we can just cast a Manamorphose and they'll be donezo. Okay, 2 to you. And I'm gonna put the Burning Prophet trigger underneath the Gutter Snipe so I don't have to resolve it. Bam. Okay. So post board, we don't really need to sideboard here. I think we just have to resubmit our deck and try to do the thing. Okay, on the draw here, we have turn 2 Prophet. Let's keep it. I mean, we can turn 2 the Prophet in a lot of ways. Probably just want to cast it off the Sandstone Needle, play another Needle, play Lotus Petal, and set up. If we can find a cost reducer off that Lotus Petal scry, then we can try to win on turn 3. When it goes Forest into Arbor Elf, so I'll probably try to blast my Sandstone Needle. They kept 6 cards. Play the Needle, pass the turn. Okay, they're cycling a Generous End, which is not a sign of strength. They just have a 1-3 or 1-1. What are they gonna do? Seal of Fire. Okay, so it seems that they've copied the list from. We do find a Narcomancer. Seal of Fire can deal with that, which is unfortunate. Play Burning Prophet. And then I'm going to cast the Lotus Petal to set up my next draw. Seething Song. I think I'm going to keep it. Pass the turn. So the plan is to go a Narcomancer, cast Ren's Resolve. They respond by Seal of Fire on the Narcomancer. Then I go Seething Song into Manamorphose. Arbor Elf untaps, probably going to blow up my land. No, they play a Chrysalis. So I guess I have a little bit of time. I don't have to go for the Narcomancer right now. But we could draw into another one pretty easily. So Narcomancer, Ren's Resolve, kills it. Seething Song, Morphos, Ren's Resolve. Okay, so let's play the Narcomancer. I suppose... No, I'm still going to go Ren's Resolve here this way. Seal of Fire. Okay, expected. Let's cast a Seething Song. So we get a Scry. Bottom the Needle. Make 5 mana. Manamorphose. We're going to go red-green. I'm going to, I guess, top the Impulse. I would like to rebuild. Red-green. We have 5 mana. A Narcomancer dies. Bottom this Crevice. Looking for a cost reducer. We find a Burning Prophet. So let's cast the Burning Prophet here. Cast Reckless Impulse, leaving red-green open. Finding a Lotus Petal. I think I'll bottom the Lotus Petal. Trying to find a cost reducer. Ren's Resolve again. Okay, I'll top it. It's not really where I wanted to be, but having even more cards for the next turn might be good. We find the Thornscape Familiar. So we can play Crevice into Thornscape Familiar. And then I can just attack. They can trade the Chrysalis with my Prophet if they want. They probably won't, but they could. If they do, I'm not sure if that's the greatest trade for me or not, but it does remove their threats. And it would get rid of all their spawns. So they'd have to sacrifice all their spawns and the Chrysalis just to take this thing out. Or they can take 5 damage. I guess actually they could just sacrifice only 1 spawn and leave the other one around, since this is a X3. Looks like that's their plan. Okay. Chrysalis is dead. So now they have 5 mana. Losing the Burning Prophet is was a bad plan. The Malevolent Rumble reveals Hydra, Forest, Repurposer, Generous End. So they're on a build with at least some number of Acid Moss, and we don't know exactly how many other land destruction spells they're playing. They're playing Hydra though. I think it's probable that they're on like a mostly Ponza build. They choose the Repurposer. They're going to cast the Repurposer. Okay. Now they have a 3/3. It's going to be harder for us to win without that second Prophet in play. We find a Bitter Reunion. Cast a Ren's Resolve. Desperate Ritual, I can keep that on top. So I could Bitter Reunion away this mountain. Alright, let's try a Ren's Resolve here. And we bottom a mountain, so we'll respond to the Ren's Resolve with the Desperate Ritual. An Archimancer on the bottom. We draw a Mountain Thornscape. Let's play the Needle. Actually, let's start with Bitter Reunion. Reckless Impulse on top. That's pretty good. So we We get to now discard the mountain, draw 2, find a Burning Prophet. So now I can Burning Prophet, play the Reckless Impulse. I think it's unlikely that we have a win here. Bottom again. Find a Glimpse and a Thornscape. So we can play the Needle and pass the turn. I don't really want to attack and lose my guy. Or my lady. Burning Prophet. Next turn we can sacrifice this for black-green, play the Thornscape, and then we'll have 3 mana, 4 mana, Glimpse. They're making 5 mana here. As long as they don't have another removal spell, I'm fine. Okay, looks like it's going to be at least some sort of Cascader. They go for Annoyed Altasaur. Reveals Acid Moss. That is a pain. It definitely is a pain. Get rid of my thing that makes 2 mana. Okay. Right. They get in for 3. Now we need mana and we need card draw. We do have 4 cards that we can draw with these 2 cards. I'm not going to block the Repurposer. Okay, Gutter Snipe is good. Land. I'm trying to think if I want to sacrifice my land or not. I probably don't. Let's start with Manamorphose for red. And see if we can draw into some more mana. Seething Song, okay. Okay, we're in a good spot now. So red. Play my Thornscape. It's combo time. Let's go. Thornscape using their black mana. Play the Gutter Snipe. Make 5 mana with the Seething Song. Okay, and we're getting 2 scries for every card. Manamorphose is really good. You go to 18. Bam. Glimpse the Impossible. We'll keep the Manamorphose on top. Top again. Let's look at the top 3 cards in my library in exile. Another Gutter Snipe. Okay. Boom. Sweet. Morphos. Deal you 4 damage. I'm going to scry first, actually. Bottom. And we'll top the song. You go to 12. Make red. So here I'm going to go Glimpse the Impossible. And then after the scries, I can respond with the Seething Song in case I don't see something I want. They go to 8. We'll bottom. Top the Glimpse. That's pretty good. And that is the whole game. Glimpse again. Let's set up our scries. Love this. Boom, boom. Ren's Resolve on top. I can do that. Sweet. And I'll just cast a Seething Song. I don't know. Let's cast the Ren's Resolve to kill them. I don't even have to scry now. Zap. Okay. So that is the power of having multiple Gutter Snipes. Sometimes you just explode. We'll see in round 2. Round 2 versus Fonda Perino. I think this is keepable. They play blue decks, they play Gardens. Could be really anything on the other side. Let's play the Sandstone Needle and pass the turn. If they're on a non-interactive deck, we could maybe play the Burning Prophet, but they lead on Swamp Duress. Sure. Suppose you take one of the Ren Resolves. I imagine that they're on the Gardens deck now. So generally not that great of a matchup, but the plan is going to be to kind of cut on my cost reducers and just put a lot of pingers in play. So we just continue to draw cards and ping them. We draw a cost reducer. Play the Crevice out. I'll pass the turn. Hopefully they don't have a second Duress. They don't have anything. You just pass. Okay, Mountain. I don't know what's going on over there. Pass. Maybe they skip their turn on accident. They play a Swamp. Let's play Ren's Resolve. Be careful not to tap the Sandstone Needle so I don't lose it later. Just trying to develop my mana. Seething Songs. Okay. Alright, so I guess we're going to try to win next turn. I will pass. They play a Colony Garden. They're going to have a removal spell. Find a Geothermal Crevice. So let's start with a Narcomancer. I'll cast a Manamorphose first, I think. Because I want to really get the max value out of these Seething Songs. Red. They're not doing anything. So let's play Burning Prophet. Well, maybe I can just... Yeah, let's play the Burning Prophet. Cast the Manamorphose again. Dry. Reckless Impulse on top. I mean, if they don't have a removal spell, they're going to probably die here. Red. Try a Seething Song. Another Gutter Snipe. I I think I have enough mana. Okay, so Seething Song resolves. We play the Gutter Snipe. They might try to removal spell it. Cast the Reckless Impulse. I'll keep the Gutter Snipe on top again. They go for a Defile. I'll cast Seething Song in response. Maybe I shouldn't have cast Seething Song in response, actually. So I'm gonna not be happy about, like, just get the Gutter Snipe, but I kind of lost some of my scry value. Play Gutter Snipe again. Cast this Glimpse. We're down to 3 mana. Sorry, it is combo time. Let's go. Another Defile. So they don't really care about my Burning Prophet, which I think is kind of a mistake. Let's try another Glimpse and see if we can find some mana. Seething Song, I can't cast right now, so I have to bottom it. Okay, I found a Desperate Ritual. Play the Desperate Ritual. Bottom. Can cast another Glimpse here. Or I keep the Glimpse for later and just go Burning Prophet. Burning Prophet. Put my Woodlot in play because it's just extra mana. And then pass. I think both of these are this turn. Yeah, so both of our creatures turn into spawns now. I guess if they have like a Drown in Sorrow, we'll be pretty out of luck. They're passing. Okay, can we deal them 14 damage? Maybe. Let's start with the Glimpse. Double Scry. I'll take the Petal. So this is basically just extra mana, extra scries. Okay, that did not work out very well. Double Needle, bad. We find a Desperate Ritual. I think I'm going to bottom it. Narcomancer bottom. Cast the Ren's Resolve off of the Lotus Petal, keeping the other red mana around in case I can use it for a different turn. We'll bottom the Lotus Petal, bottom the Thornscape. Looking to chain. Okay, we find Gutter Snipe and Crash Through. So we can cast the Gutter Snipe, dealing them 2 damage with the Crash Through. Play the Gutter Snipe. Cast the Crash Through. So they'll go to 12. We have Manamorphose on top. Oh my goodness. Finally. That was really, really good for me. Draw. So Manamorphose now is going to give me extra looks and turn that floating green mana into double red. Lotus Petal. Bottom. Rimpulse on top. Let's go. Make red red. Whee! Reckless Impulse. You go to 8. Seething Song. I don't know how to feel about that. Let's see. That should be enough to kill them. So I guess I'm topping it. They cast down on the Gutter Snipe. They go to 8. They have to have... I don't know what they could have here. Oh, wow. Let's cast the Seething Song. We actually ripped a Reckless Impulse. So we're actually doing awesome. And another card draw on top. And they're dead. Yes, 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 yes. We did it. Beat Gardens in game 1. So my plan is going to be full on stress their removal spells and make it so they can't ever really be doing stuff. Bring in all these Kessigs. They don't die to the Arms of Hadar. I don't think the Crash Through is necessary. And then we're probably just going to trim on some Desperate Rituals. And we could also just trim on the Lotus Petals. So let's cut 2 of the cost reducers. And then cut a Lotus Petal. Okay, so we have 7 pingers. We just need 1 in play, chain a little bit, do it over and over again, and make them have to like deal with a lot of stuff at once. All right, this hand is really medium because the Glimpses don't do that much, but I think I'm gonna keep it. We're just looking for lands, so we could Glimpse on turn 3. Play the Needle. We drew a Prophet. Our opponent has led with a Swamp into pass. Turn 2 for them, they play a Swamp and a Wellspring. Find a Desperate Ritual. I'm going to pass. They have a Duress, it looks like. We have lots of options. They end up taking the Desperate Ritual. 2 mana in play. Next turn, we find a Seething Song. I think it was just going to Glimpse. See if I can find a land. We did. Play the Crevice. And our 2 rituals here turn into creatures. So that's going to insulate us from a Tithing Blade effect. We might be able to win on our turn if they go Thorn and we have... Okay. Nothing happened. So I'll just play a land. Pass the turn. It's nice that we found a land drop. They play 5 swamps in play. Found a Gutter Snipe. think I just go for a glimpse again, using one of the spawns, maybe both spawns. Glimpse. See what we get. Thornscape, Morphos, Reckless Impulse. So let's start doing things. Play the Thornscape Familiar. Play a Burning Prophet. We'll cast Seething Song. Unfortunately, they can kill the Familiar now. But then we can go Gutter Snipe, Morphos, Reckless Impulse. They know I have the Flame Breather in my hand, so maybe they're afraid of it. I'm going to bottom the Cane. I'll play the Gutter Snipe, then respond with a Flame Breather. They're going after the Gutter Snipe here. We'll cast Manamorphose, deal you 2 damage, and I get Scry. I'll keep the Reckless Impulse, red, and cast the Reckless Impulse from exile. They go to 17. They defile the other Flame Breather. So this is what I was talking about, stressing their mana, or their removal spells. We're bottoming on a Hickory Woodlot. Let's Reckless Impulse again. Just see if we can find something good. Ren's Resolve. I'll keep the Ren's Resolve on top and set up for the next turn. Finding a Flame Breather again. Go Flame Breather, go Woodlot, pass the turn. They have 3 cards in hand. So if they play a Tithing Blade, I think I have to sacrifice the Keswick Flame Breather, to be honest. Okay, they use a Defile on the Flame Breather. Now they could just slam a Crypt Rats and wipe my board. They don't. Start on Ren's Resolve. Seems like my plan is working-ish. We'll bottom this Woodlot. Manamorphose, huh? Okay, we'll tap the green mana and use the green for the Manamorphose. Gutter Snipe on top again. Instant or sorcery spell. Okay, I'm going to keep it. Top. We'll go red. Then I'm going to Bitter Reunion, discarding the Geothermal Crevice. I don't think I want the Anarchomancer right now. Just looking for more card draw spells, maybe some mana, but we did have to get rid of a few of our rituals. So let's play the Crevice out. We can play the Gutter Snipe and then give everything haste and attack for 8. Gutter Snipe, haste my stuff, attack for 8. I mean, they could have a board wipe at pretty much any moment. They don't right now. Well, okay, we'll sacrifice the Woodlot and cast a Glimpse. Guess they just have nothing. They're going to go to 7. Maybe they have a Weather the Storm. But each, if they're going to try to get past the Gutter Snipe with Weather, it is going to be neutral because I'm getting +1. This is 3 damage total from every trigger. It doesn't really do anything. Find another Thornscape. So let's play the Thornscape out. Play the Lotus Petal for a Scry. I mean, I am adding a bunch of Storm, it's true. Let's Ren's Resolve on top. Cast the Glimpse, draw into the Ren's Resolve. Now they're sort of pressured to use the Weather sooner rather than later. Resolve on top. We draw 3 cards. Now it's super combo time. Let's go. We have a lot of mana. Make a red. Are they scooping? Actually, I can play Burning Prophet first, and then Manamorphose. I think I'm just gonna Seething Song. Yeah, the expectation is that they have the Weather the Storm here. We will bottom the land, play the Burning Prophet, cast a Ren's Resolve. So now if they respond with Weather here, we could potentially Morphose into an instant to kill them. Unexpected Fangs, okay. Into a Weather. Let's cast the Manamorphose off the green. Put you to 1. Can we find the Weather the Storm? And a Reckless Impulse. Alright, fine, I'll take the Reckless Impulse. Yeah, that's fine. Take the Reckless. Make more red mana. They're gaining a bunch of life. Another Burning Prophet. I'll keep that on top. Double Prophet. I'll try them. Prophet. Reckless Impulse. We're looking for mana. I'll take the well, I have to bottom the Lotus Petal here. Bottom of the Needle. Lotus Petal was mana, but not the mana I need. Take the Ren's Resolve here. Find a Lotus Petal. Okay. Bottom. We used 1, 2, 3 Morphoses, so I'm looking for a Morphose, but I'll keep the Reckless Impulse. Ren's Resolve into the Reckless Impulse. I already used my, okay, another Reckless Impulse. I'll take it. I already used my Bitter Reunion, I believe. So we would have to loop the deck to actually get through. Cast a Reckless Impulse again. Now I'm looking for specifically Metamorphose, or Seething Song I'll take. Found the Morphos. Okay. So start with the Seething Song, or do we start with the Metamorphose? If we Morphos into a Cane, I think we just have to Seething Song. Looking for more card draw. Flame Breather on the bottom. Bottom again. Bottom. We're looking for anything that draws cards. Bottom. And bottom of Gutter Snipe. Cast the Morphos. Friends Resolve on top. Yes. Okay. So right now, we're taking another 2 damage. We'll go red. Friends Resolve again. And I guess we're sort of looking for the Cane plus other card draw spells. There's the Cane. Okay. Are they going to scoop here? No. Okay. GG, we got there. All right. See you in the next match. Okay, we're here in round 3 versus Zio Francone. We have a very large amount of mana and a cost reducer. I'm keeping it. It's a bit of a risk. Forest. Wild growth. Okay. So we can get the... Oh, wow, we have a lot going on. Geothermal Crevice, go. Let's see if they kill my land. Wild growth again. Eldrazi Repurposer. Okay, so... Find a Seething Song. Play this Lotus Petal. And just... This is tough. Do I think I can win on turn 2? I probably could, but I probably shouldn't. So maybe it makes sense to play... Alright, let's just play the Thornscape out and pass the turn. Then next turn I can go Burning Prophet into Petal, Ritual, Morphos, and it's a ton of scries. They kill my Acid Moss. They Acid Moss my land. Yep, that's fun and fair. Fun and fair. Gets in for 2. We have 2 cards in hand. We find a Narcomancer. Let's go Lotus Petal, Desperate Ritual, Burning Prophet, Lotus Petal. Get that scry. If I find a card draw spell, I'll keep it, but I didn't. Okay. Make a green. Narcomancer. Seething Song. Looking for a card draw. We found it. Friends Resolve on top. Metamorphose. So now we just got a chain. Friends Resolve on top. Okay. Do this. I believe. Red. Friends Resolve. Seething Song on the bottom. We find a Glimpse. Okay, that's really good. 3 cards. Bottom of the Geothermal Crevice. Okay, we find double Reckless Impulse and a land. Let's cast the Reckless Impulse first, and we can respond to the scry. Let's bottom the Sandstone Needle. Then we cast Metamorphose to respond to this. Set up the draw. Burning Prophet on top. Red. Now we have 5 total mana. Burning Prophet on the table. Cast Reckless Impulse. We get double scry. Seething Song I don't need. I do have the Desperate Ritual. Gutter Snipe I don't need. I think at this point I'm looking for my Bitter Reunion. I need to keep drawing cards. I need Bitter Reunion and Crash Through. We're going to bottom. Actually, Bitter Reunion doesn't do that much. If we draw the Crash Through first, we would be okay. Draw Ren's Resolve. Okay. Cast the Ren's Resolve. Now we could draw the Crash Through and be okay. Bottom. Got a Metamorphose and a Seething Song. Okay, start with the Metamorphose. Trying to put a card back in my hand. Burning Prophet's going to go to the bottom. I have enough power already. Reckless Impulse on top. Make red. A nice turn 3 here happening. Cast Reckless Impulse. Ren's Resolve, I will keep that. Okay. Draw 2. I say draw, but it's not really a draw. I have 3 mana floating. I'll play Ren's Resolve. I find a Thornscape I'm going to bottom. Hickory Woodlawn I'm going to bottom. And Ren's Resolve... Oh, I should have... Crud. Big problem here. Well, I should have responded with the Seething Song, but I didn't. So this is going to be 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I think we just win anyway, luckily. but I really threw that. Let's see what happens with the Seething Song. Kane, bottom. Glimpse, top the Glimpse. We'll play the... Is this until next turn? End of this turn. Next turn. So we have to just play the Mountain here. Play the Bitter Reunion. Keep the Glimpse on top. I don't even know if I want that on top. It doesn't matter. I think we win. We got really lucky. I messed up. If I had not messed up, we would have had an easy win with the Glimpse and everything. But here we go. Attack you for 32, 34, 36. Exactly 20. I totally messed up, but we got there. Oh no! We didn't get there? I'm confused. They play Writhing Chrysalis. So we're gonna draw the Glimpse. And then I guess I play the Needle this turn. I thought, wasn't it 16? I don't have any idea what I'm doing. It was 14, 15, 16. Okay, whatever. We'll go back in time. We'll review. Play the Needle. Pass the turn. Our opponent has a lot of power. I really wish I didn't mess that up. Can't see it all. I took the glasses off until the combo turn. Pass. Please don't have a land destruction spell. They boarding party, finding Malevolent Rumble, finding... They choose no cards with the Malevolent Rumble? I don't understand that. They just probably clicked too hard. This is 6, 1, 2, 5, 11, 12, 13, 14. 13, 14. So we have to block. I will throw the Thornscape in front. Does that make sense? I'll throw a Burning Prophet in front. Hope for the best. I need the mana more than I need the Scries, I guess. I punted so bad. Draw. Glimpse. Bottom. They're at 7. Okay. Gutter Snipe. Glimpse. I need mana. Crash Through. Does that do it? I'm going to keep the Crash Through. Let's see. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 power or toughness. We have 2, 4, 5, 6. This is going to be 8, 9. They're going to be at 5 and then 3. I think that works. Top this. So now all I have to do is play the Mountain, play the Crash Through. Okay. They go to 3. Bottom the Goblin. And we win. I can't believe it. We would have won other turns many turns ago. Oh, geez. At least everybody knows that they have to respond with that instant. Let's resubmit. Okay, if they don't have a turn 2 land destruction, we're good. This is turn 2 a Narcomancer Burning Prophet. They cycle an Oliphant, so they will not have a turn 2 land destruction spell. We draw a Reckless Impulse. I'll play the Needle. Pass the turn. They find a Mountain. They could be on some sort of bolt strategy. Plays Malevolent Rumble, finding Hunter, Sprawl, Boarding Party, and Nyxborn Hydra. If they're on Nyxborn Hydra, maybe they're still copying the Walker 735 list, the Giorgio combo list. So what will you take? We choose Avenging Hunter. Okay, so we have a Narcomancer into Burning Prophet. The next turn we can start with Seething Song, assuming that everything's alive. And my land's alive. I have to try it. A Narcomancer. The other option is to Reckless Impulse, trying to find a land right now. And then next turn, I have Seething Song, Prophet, Glimpse. That's probably a better idea. Reckless Impulse. Okay, we didn't find a land. Please don't kill my thing. Bro, I asked you nicely. I asked you so nicely. I killed my thing. So we're going to Ponza ourselves into the ground here. The Malevolent Rumble finds... Choose Forest. Just got unlucky. Another Narcomancer. So I'll cast a Desperate Ritual. Cast the Seething Song. Burning Prophet. Play the Ren's Resolve. I'm looking for some lands. We go to bottom the Manamorphose. And we missed on lands. But maybe I should have mulliganed my original hand. We can try again though. I'll just resubmit. We would like to play first. We're looking for more than one land. We found a bunch of lands. So I can keep this. Start on Crevice. then Needle. So all of our lands that make 2 mana. Got a lot going on. I'll pass the turn. If I get to 4 mana, I can go Morphos, Familiar, Rimpulse, Bitter Reunion. They play Arbor Elf on turn 1, threatening the turn 2 land destruction. Play this Needle. I think I'm just going to put my Thornscape Familiar onto the table. Pass the turn. I know I Ponza'd myself. They could kill my other land as well. I probably shouldn't have done that. Okay, they're on double green. Nope. Green, red. Sprawling it up. See if they have the Seal of Fire. They play an Eldrazi Repurposer. Okay, okay. An Arbor Elf. Find a Seething Song. Let's Manamorphose. Making green, red. Green, red. Play the Thornscape. And then Seething Song. And start drawing cards. Okay, draw 2. We find a Narcomancer Seething Song. Ren's Resolve again. There's the Burning Prophet. Nice. We can play the Lotus Petal. And we still have the Bitter Prophet, or Bitter Reunion discarding the Mountain. Okay, Ren's Resolve on top. Bitter Reunion. Ren's Resolve, we'll keep it. We're going to discard the Mountain. Looks like we've entered combo time. Let's go. See if we can get it done. Another Prophet. Okay, let's play the Prophet. And then crack the Petal for red. Cast the Seething Song. Glimpse I will keep. Okay, so now we just got to chain our mana. Ren's Resolve. Glimpse on top. We have 4 mana left over. Desperate Rituals, awesome. Let's Glimpse. We're looking for the Crash Through and more card draw. We're bottoming the Thornscape and a Needle. Draw 3. Oh, I should have responded again. I did it again. Dang. Okay. So this is this turn, this next turn. Play the Lotus Petal. I got too caught up in what I was doing. Bottom the Seething Song. Man. Okay, pass the turn. We're gonna get a bunch of Eldrazi spawns. Let's see what our opponent has in store for us. If they have a sweeper, I'm pretty dead. Plays an Avenging Hunter. So I could try for upkeep, cast a Desperate Ritual. I just don't think that's actually going to get me the win. They're casting some more cards. Boarding Party. Finds another Rumble. They cast the Rumble, revealing Seal of Fire, Boarding Party, Sprawl. Choose Boarding Party. Okay. Got a lot going on. Find a Burning Prophet. I think I have to... I don't know what to do here. I think I have to pass. Actually, 5. We're not going to pass. We know that this Desperate Ritual is going away, so we're not going to attack. We have to cast the Desperate Ritual. Bottom the Narcomancer. Top the Glimpse. Cast another Burning Prophet. In F6. I really have, I got all caught up and just started punting this whole match. Jeez. They're going to scry 2. We know they have boarding party in hand. They bottom, so they're trying to set up their boarding party, but that was on their upkeep, I think. Boarding party into an Acid Moss. Okay, I threw the match. We'll try again. We are 2-1 going to round 4 on the play versus Matinos, and this hand makes red with Manamorphose. I'm gonna keep it. I feel bad about just punting there. I think I could have had the wind. But it shows that the deck is not as easy to play as it seems. Storming is hard. Let's see what our opponent is up to. Snow-covered forest. This is just Arbor Elf Day out here in Pauperland. I guess I'm gonna pass. I don't think I see a need to just cycle the Manamorphose. We've already made our land drop. They play a Wild Growth, so now they have 2 mana. Another Arbor Elf. That gives them 9 mana. Wow, okay, we found a Narcomancer. We Morphos. Make red. We could win here. Let's see what happens. A Narcomancer. Into Gutter Snipe. Into land. Manamorphose. I'm going to make red. Seething Song. They go to 16. Glimpse. They go to 14. Lotus Petal. Let's play Reckless Impulse first. See what we can draw. They go to 12. Another Gutter Snipe. So if I play the Gutter Snipe into Desperate Ritual, they'll be at 8. Or I can play the Anarchomancer into Desperate Ritual into Gutter Snipe, and I'll have more creatures on the table to attack with, but they'll only be at 10. But I think the Gutter Snipe is until the end of the next turn. We're sort of out of mana for the next turn. So maybe... This is tough. I don't really want to lose my Lotus Petal. I think I just have to do it this way. Okay, Anarchomancer, put you to 10 with the Desperate Ritual into a Gutter Snipe. Next turn we can play the Sandstone Needle if we don't have anything going on. And if they don't make anything big, we're going to just swing out for 8. They play another Utopia Sprawl. They have 3 cards in hand still and 12 mana. Well, 10 mana, I guess. They can make 6 mana here. Untaps it again. Now I have 10 mana. Maybe they'll just play a giant Nyxborn Hydra, and we cast Reckless Impulse and attack them and kill them. They are playing a Nyxborn Hydra, it looks like. Nope, Altasaur. Into Generous Ent. Okay. We've got 2 blockers. They're both huge. Now they're going to gain 3 life going to 13. Passing the turn, looks like. Best draw for me is a Reckless Impulse. Actually, Manamorphose is pretty good, I guess. Try Manamorphose, making red. They go to 9. Lotus Petal doesn't do anything. Play the Needle. And I will pass the turn. Opponent sprawls again. So their land makes 5 mana. They can untap it twice. They can cast anything that's in their hand. Now it looks like maybe they're going to Nyxborn Hydra. So they have 11 power right now. 16. Okay. So 1 spell kills them. We block. This is a 16-18. 1 spell off the top. Can we get there? Oh, everything has trample. So I died. Would have died anyway. Good. That's funny. I will attempt again. Turns out putting big stuff on the table wins. Let's see what happens. Just resubmit. On the play, we have a turn 1 Anarchomancer. I'm going to keep it. I wonder if I want to play the Anarchomancer on turn 1. I'm probably going to have to Lotus Petal or Manamorphose anyway. So I probably should I should probably just play the Anarchomancer on turn 1 and start attacking. And redraw. So next turn, if I play the Anarchomancer turn 1, we'll have 2, 3, 4, 5, something like 6 mana. Okay, here's the Anarchomancer. I played my Mountain and my Petal. Let's go. I have a 2/2. Turn 1, 2/2. Very strong. You play Arbor Elf. Does the turn 1, 1/1. Not as strong. Manamorphose. I'll make red-green. Pound a Cane. Let's play the Anarchomancer. Crevice. Attack for 2. Our opponent, Utopia Sprawl. They currently have 2 mana. They made red. Oh, they have 3 mana now. If they have a Cannonade, that would stink. I scred my Anarchomancer. Mean. Manamorphose. Let's make red-green. Draw a card. Come on. Play Gutter Snipe. Beldon's Cane. And attack for 2. Opponent says they hate to play against me. Okay. That's okay. I also hate to play against Ponza. Appreciate it that you like the videos, though. They're going to do some stuff. We need a card draw spell. 6 mana for a boarding party into an Arbor Elf. We'll go to 14. I'm looking for... Okay. So, I think I'm going to Seething Song first. Now we found a Reckless Impulse off the top. This just gives me enough mana to draw and then cast whatever I draw. They go to 12 here with the Reckless Impulse. Let's try casting the Glimpse. We go to 8-10. Yes, we got there. So play the Burning Prophet. Cast the Manamorphose. I guess. Well, we'll see what happens. I really need to scry into a card draw spell. Bottom. We'll make red-green. Because then I can cast the Thornscape. We found a Reckless Impulse. That was very lucky. Okay, rewarded. Now we cast a Seething Song, sets up the Reckless Impulse. They go to 6. Another Shaman, we're going to bottom. Reckless Impulse again. I'm trying to change some card draw spells, so I'm getting rid of anything that doesn't have card draw on it. Go to 4. They go to 4. Find another gutter snipe. Play the gutter snipe. Play the woodlot. I will attack you for 4. So you're gonna lose your Arbor Elf here. Now you're at 2. Any spell off the top wins. If they have a sweeper, we lose. Actually, maybe not. They play a Chrysalis. Okay, so they have good blocks now. He's an Arbor Elf. Axe for 6. I think I'm not blocking again. We're at 8. Find a Reckless Impulse. Let's cast it. That kills you if you don't have Weather the Storm. Okay. And we opened a no-lander with Lotus Petal. Let's mulligan. Okay, this is a bit better. Keep. So what do we bottom? I guess the Crevice. Once again, we can turn to like a Thornscape. They lead on a Highland Forest. We know they're playing Screds in their deck now. Play the Needle. Maybe I want to just like go for a win from hand. Plays a Forest. I don't know if they're playing Land Destruction or not. I don't remember. I don't think they are. This person seems to be just on the Go Big deck. Plays a Sprawl on Forest and Sprawl on the other thing. Okay, let's play the land. I'll pass. Right now we have not too much going on. They play a Chrysalis. We can only draw 1 card with this Manamorphose, so it has to be really good. We do have a bunch of... Okay, now I have 2 cards. I think I'm going to try to maximize here. Thornscape Familiar. Play the Burning Prophet. Like, we could win from hand right at this moment. Play the Lotus Petal. Looking for a card draw. Found a Ren's Resolve. That's awesome. Now I can Morphose into the Ren's Resolve. Opponent has no way of actually killing my creatures this turn. So that's why I'm going for it while they're tapped out. Make red. So I need to focus and respond to the Ren's Resolve with my instants. I think I'm going to start with the Lotus Petal actually anyway. Seething Song. That's a great spell. Gives me a... I think I'm going to bottom it though. Okay. Let's Ren's Resolve. Bottom the Needle. Now I need to respond. Cast Desperate Ritual. Ren's Resolve on top. Keep the Ren's Resolve. Okay. Ren's Resolve again. We have 2 instants to respond with. Gutter Snipe. Okay, I'll keep it. We might be able to chain through the whole deck. Let's play the Gutter Snipe. Make a red. Reckless Impulse. Okay, begin the pings. It is combo time. We're going to bottom the Needle. Ping them for 2. They go to 18. Make a red. Respond with a Morphose. And here, we're pretty much just trying to clear stuff that doesn't draw cards. Thornscape Familiar to the bottom. Make red. Find a Gutter Snipe. I think I'm going to Manamorphose. They go to 14. Bottom again. Make red. Burning Prophet. Oh, we found the Crash Through. So if I find the Bitter Reunion, I could win right now. Burning Prophet, Crash Through, Bitter Reunion, give everything haste. Or I can just Gutter Snipe into Crash Through. I'm going to go big. Burning Prophet, cast the Crash Through. Okay, we will bottom a Thornscape Familiar and bottom a Hickory Woodlot. Find a Reckless Impulse. Cast the Reckless Impulse. Bottom a Needle. Guess I top the Ren's Resolve here, and we're looking to just continue on the next turn. So Mountain, cast another Ren's Resolve, or we could wait. I probably shouldn't wait. Let's just Ren's Resolve here. Bottom the Mountain, bottom the Anarchomancer. We fizzled. We have a lot of mana. Opponent has 4 mana. They scred my Thornscape Familiar. Scred the Gutter Snipe. Makes the Chrysalis bigger. Plays a Repurposer. They get in for 3. So that was my moment to go for it, and I just couldn't close. Too many Seething Songs. Seething Song. 6 mana. What's on top? I don't even know how we rebuild from here. Bottom. We don't really have a way to get through. Stinks. Guess the Hickory Woodlot could be a thing. Or Snipe. Am I gonna lose 1-2 again? Yep. Alright, GG. Round 5 for all the marbles, trying to get our 50 play points back. We have Thornscape, Familiar, Gutter Snipe. Seems fine. I don't know what Mr. Mapplebeck plays. Could be anything. Okay, here we go. Play the Woodlot. Let's see if they're also on land destruction stuff. Island. That's a lot scarier. I'll play my Crevice. Play the Lotus Petal. They're tapped out. They're not doing anything, I mean. Play the Thornscape Familiar. Pass the turn. If they're on like Mono Blue Terror, then having a beater get in a little bit might be good. We are looking for lands. Find a Manamorphose. I'll attack you for 2. We'll just try a Manamorphose. We'll go red. Pass Manamorphose again. They go red-green. Try Thornscape Familiar. Nothing. Okay. So I think they're going to counter this Gutter Snipe. I'll play my Gutter Snipe here. Nothing again. Okay. Mountain pass. That's nice of you to do nothing. Brainstorm. Perilous Landscape. So this is the Is It Control deck. I'm going to start with Reckless Impulse. Put you to 16. Okay. Lotus Petal. So if I play the Gutter Snipe and then Desperate Ritual, they'll be at 12 and I can attack for 8. By Bitter Reunion discarding the Desperate Ritual, I could hit more stuff. I think I have to do this. We'll discard the Desperate Ritual. Play... I can Burning Prophet into Reckless Impulse. Maybe I'll find a Manamorphose. We already used 2 Manamorphoses though. Okay, Reckless Impulse. An untapped land I guess would be okay as well. We go to 14. We're gonna scry. I'll take the Lotus Petal. If I find another thing I can... Okay, so go Mountain. Play the Lotus Petal. Crash through on top. Guess I keep that. And we'll go Gutter Snipe. And crack the Bitter Reunion. Attack with everything. It's pretty high likelihood that they have a sweeper on their turn. I don't know how much damage we're doing. But Crash Through is going to be +1 damage. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. Sacrifice the landscape for a red, which we fully expected. They're going to Brainstorm now, trying to find a sweeper. They don't have the sweeper, they're just dead. They go to 3. They'd have to have red, like an untapped mountain, into Scred into sweeper. A Ponder. So I think that is meaning that we're going to win this game 1, which is pretty important. We're going to be facing a bunch of Hydroblasts and removal spells. We win the game. So now I need to do the same kind of thing versus Gardens, where I'm bringing in my Flame Breathers. And then I'm going to be cutting on the Crash Through. And I'm not going to be keeping my Anarchomancers, because they can be Hydroblasted. And then I want to bring in a bunch of Pyroblast effects. It's also like, should I just get rid of the Thornscapes entirely? I don't know if I can actually win the game if I only am relying on my Desperate Ritual Seething Song. So let's get rid of the Desperate Rituals. And then maybe even the Bitter Reunion. Maybe 1 Gutter Snipe can go. And 2 Lotus Petals. We'll see how this goes. Keswick Flame Breather dodges the Breath Weapon, which I think is important. And all of our Pyroblasts can try to stop them from terroring us out. We have a bunch of land drops, which is good versus a control deck. What I like about the Needles is that it also just provides onboard mana. So 2, 4, 6, 8 on turn 3, turn 5. I don't know what I'm saying. Find a Thornscape. So play the Needle. This means we could win from hand out of nowhere. Probably not as likely as previous times, but if they tap out for a Monarch, play the Crevice, opponent Brainstorms, and they're going to cycle with Lorien Revealed to clear the Brainstorm. 6 cards in hand now. Plays the Volatile Fjord that they revealed to the Lorien Revealed. Lorien has revealed it. Play a Sandstone Needle, pass the turn. Okay, so there's a chance that they tap out and we attempt to go for it. They didn't tap out, so I'm just going to continue making land drops then. Play a land. I should have played the Geothermal Crevice there, to be honest, so I could go double Thornscape Familiar if they tap out. They do nothing. They're cycling a Lorien revealed for another land, another tap land. Holding open the Breath Weapon. Play the Woodlot. Pass the turn. Anything that can produce 2 mana in 1 turn is useful right now, especially not having to sacrifice it. They play Crimson Fleet Commodore. Okay, play the land. So, let's try a Thornscape. I have to use Counterspell, not a Hydroblast. Try another, let's try the Bitter Reunion. I'm gonna Hydroblast. Fine. See what they do with their Reckless Impulse. Hydroblast again. Okay, maybe not, yes. Kills my Thornscape Familiar. So they're tapped out. We have a chance. Not a great chance, but we have a chance. Another Thornscape. Okay, play that. Play the Burning Prophet. So now I'm gonna do the thing where I play the Glimpse and respond if I need to. Glimpse. Casting Flame Breather on top. I will bottom the Flame Breather. Cast another Seething Song. Pyroblast, I'll bottom the Pyroblast. Find a Reckless Impulse. Cast Reckless. Glimpse on top is good. Okay, we're gonna make it happen. So I think I play the Burning Prophet just to start getting triggers. And then I'll play the Seething Song first, even though that isn't as good for the Scries. Flame Breather. Still want to bottom because I'm trying to chain draw spells. Bottom again. Cast the Glimpse. I have 4 mana left over. Fire Blast, bottom. Red Blast, bottom. Find a Manamorphose. So I can use that to cast my Thornscape. Burning Prophet on the bottom. Gutter Snipe, I don't think I can use right now. Green, red. Okay, Thornscape Familiar. Into Essig. Pass the turn. We did not get there. Make a bunch of spawns. We can at least attack for the Monarchy. Opponent plays a land. Plays a Tolarian Terror. No attacks, they're going to try to defend. They draw for their Monarch. We draw a Lotus Petal. Play that. Get to ping you. We scry. Bottom. Bottom the Cane. They go to 19. They have 3 cards in hand. I don't really want to lose my Burning Prophets. I don't really want to lose anything. I'm just going to have to swing out though. Worst case scenario is Fiery Cannonade at the moment. We're going to kill a Burning Prophet and trade with a Burning Prophet. Okay. Breath Weapon as well. Okay. So they actually killed their own creature. We become the Monarch. And then I can play a Thornscape Familiar. Play the Geothermal Crevice. They have a counterspell. If I find a Pyroblast, I can Pyroblast their Terror on end step. What do we draw? Essig. Okay. So now our opponent has to attack us, and then we can attack them back. They're getting in. We go to 15. They're the Monarch again. Now they have 3 cards in hand. I'm going to start with Manamorphose. Push it to 17. Looking for a Pyroblast. Reckless Impulse I will take though. A red-blue. Red-green, I mean. Play the Flame Breather. Cast the Reckless Impulse. It's going to deal them 2 more damage. They go to 15. They have a Hydroblast for the Reckless Impulse. Okay. Rends Resolve on top. Attack. We'll take the Monarchy again, hopefully. And you saw that the Breath Weapon was useful for me to have a 1-3 versus the Breath Weapon. They kill my creature. They're good at that. Puts us to 10. They draw for the Monarchy. They need 2 removal spells still. Find a Seething Song. Okay, I'll try casting the Seething Song. Put you to 10. Hopefully this resolves. Bottom the mountain. Okay, it did. So you can now cast this Ren's Resolve. Put you to 9. Pyroblast on top. Okay. Keep it. Spell Pierce. Okay, I'll pay. I'll cast another Ren's Resolve. We're doing things. Shaman on the bottom. Gorilla. Or Gutter Snipe Man. 4, 5. You can play the Sandstone Needle. This is next turn we can use, right? So I can attempt to kill their Tolarian Terror. 4, 5, 6, 7 damage right now. This would be 8 damage. Okay. I guess I'm just going to go all in. Ren's Resolve. But he has 7. Okay, Morphos on top. Pass the Morphos. We win the game. Yes. We beat the control decks. We lost to the red-green because I punted so many times. I mean, I guess this is actually looking pretty good as far as the Storm deck goes. I felt like being able to beat Gardens and Is It Terror, that is awesome. So hopefully you enjoyed. I will have the sideboard guide out for this specific list on patreon.com/CaliKais. Keep storming. Have a good day. We'll see you in the next video.